tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
Okay, that was the evening top draw. Lucky $5. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, lotto, and cash for draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners.
Advantage Auto Parts, 21 Thompson Street, Montego Bay. We continue to protect you from high prices. Get your bumpers, AYB, HID, LEDs, radiators and fans, AC compressors. Telephone 876-952-6109. The time by Advantage Auto Parts is
8:32.
I won't do you like that, baby. Nah.
This is how we say so long to you. Yes. Gary Jean making way for the buzz. The buzz comes your way in a few. Coming back at you next week, Monday night at 11. We do it again for you.
I do.
You take care. Have a wonderful weekend.
I get racks and
Stay safe.
rap. I'm fired easy, exact.
Chevet.
Honey.
Don Dada.
No way you could ever
No.
see
Taking you out.
another shot. Give me all that you got. Tell me you don't wanna stop.
You don't love me, and I know now.
Ooh, love lost, lesson learned. You play with fire, then you go and get burned.
Cause if you ask me,
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the Entertainment Buzz.
yo.
What them say? Up to the buzz. We don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
this is the entertainment buzz. Further on in the buzz.
That is why they part of things and them searching like gorgeous on the clip them away.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect and ice up. Like a flag. Hear me now. So bounty. Dig it way. Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Say.
And now, our feature presentation.
Yeah, we want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis, of course. Welcome, pal.
Blessings. Boy,
How was your vacation?
Not long enough. Not long enough, but we want to say a special welcome to everyone. I want to say a very special thanks to whoever held the fort down. I think Shamara Preston. Thanks, Shamara. And I think probably Lollipop and Tristan did the wake-up call for me.
Yes, they did.
All right, so we give thanks to them. Give thanks to everybody. And we're back. It's sort of a bittersweet thing for me because
How so?
because I was in a place where there was no curfew. There was no lockdown. There were measures, but there were no lockdowns. And the minute me I come back, the lockdown take effect. That the same day there.
So you left relaxed measures so relaxed you almost felt free.
Yes, not fully free, but a lot freer. And
Yes.
then coming home to see this, but you know.
But with the rise in COVID cases almost daily,
It's ridiculous. It had
do
to happen.
you support the lockdown?
Absolutely. Absolutely support it. You know, one of the things that I'm concerned about with this whole COVID situation is the mixed messaging, the bashing of leaders, and that's not just in Jamaica, but worldwide, because it affects people directly. Now, people need to understand and look at the bigger picture of what happens. And I keep saying this every time, that either the prime minister of this country or other countries, if he opens or she opens the country widely and the COVID cases rise like what happened, they're going to say they're irresponsible. And if they close it down and there's a lack of economic activity, they're going to cuss them and also tell them either that they're fight against poor people or they're not allowing people to have a livelihood. So we have to do the right thing. To me, the right thing is to lock it down and try to get this thing under control. It's a public health situation first, because we have to look out for people's safety and people's lives first. So I understand that the cases really got rampant recently. Well, I wasn't here, but I really heard that it was really, really bad. So we have to do the right thing, and I think locking down or tightening measures is the right thing to do.
And just to add something to what you have said, I think the sooner we all understand that we each have a role and a responsibility, as opposed to quickly pointing fingers, because of course sometimes we do have to point fingers when it's almost like this open and shut situation where you're wondering, is it really solving anything to open, cases rise, then you close the place, and then only to reopen, cases rise again. But we all have to understand that we have a responsibility. Each of us have a responsibility. I don't know if you're aware, Bones, but already there are some hospitals are experiencing overcrowding. You're seeing patients on the floor in some spaces, and we already know the reality with our healthcare system as is.
And for that fact alone is why we really need to take this thing extremely seriously. The mixed messaging, the conspiracy theorists, they're all over social media. The people who are anti-vaxxers, I'm not knocking the anti-vaxxers. People do what they need to do. But they need to also understand that they need to get their messaging from solid sources. Not one, you can look at a website like www.passapassa.com. And then quote them, because that cannot be something very serious. So what we need to do is get our information, research the information, then you can make informed decisions. To me, when I talk to a lot of people out there, they're not making informed decisions because where they get the sources from, it's just absolutely not valid places. And
we're going to talk a little bit more about that. I don't know if you saw a video. Well, Scatterbarrel, producer and Don't Sound executive, he actually went on live and he gave his tale regarding contracting the COVID-19 virus and what he experienced. So we're going to delve into that a little further, but after we get into our hot topics.
So Scatter can't talk to me. When there?
Well, of course, big up to Shamara, or
Scatter,
producer.
Yeah, Shamara. Scatter, call me here. Call me.
Or producer, and big up to Jody K, or production assistant.
Yeah, they try.
But really sad news, Bones. Jamar Ballantyne, son of dancehall veteran Ninja Man, was murdered along Olympic Way in St. Andrew on Sunday. According to a report from the police's Corporate Communications Unit, CCU, Ballantyne, otherwise called Roy or Ratty, of a Lower Mall Road address, was killed by unknown assailants at 8:45 a.m. It is reported that explosions were heard by residents who summoned the police, and on their arrival, Ballantyne was seen with multiple gunshot wounds, and he was assisted to hospital by residents where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Of course, you know that Ninja Man is currently in jail where he's serving a life sentence for a 2009 murder of Ricky Trooper Johnson, and his son is also serving time as well. He will be behind bars at least for 15 years. The son, that is, until he'll be eligible for parole, while Ninja Man will have to wait 25 years before he's eligible. So, you know, it's definitely a tough and rough situation for him in terms of what he should be feeling now. When
it rains, sometimes it pours. And it really poured right there. Ninja Man, condolences to your, we're sorry for your loss. And then he's in a predicament where it's not the best either. He and his other son and another co-accused. So let us see how that works out. But I don't really, a lot of times when people lose a loved one or a family member, and somebody would come up to them and say, boy, I know how you feel. I said, unless it happened to you, you don't know how I feel.
Yeah,
So-
it's really difficult,
It's
you know.
difficult.
Like I've said on this very platform, it actually hits different when it's a murder.
It is the hottest thing. And I don't know how you feel, but I understand. You know what I mean? So it is something that we just have to just be there, support our friends, our family, our loved ones, whoever this happens to. It doesn't matter where they are. But we have to support or, you know, give kind or encouraging words. But if you're not in the same shoes, don't try to wear it. It not gonna fit you. Not that way. So let us see. Kabaka Pyramid cancels U.S. tour due to COVID-19. The ongoing effects of the COVID-19 pandemic has forced reggae entertainer Kabaka Pyramid to pull the plug on his U.S. tour. The reggae singer shared a statement on his official, "We apologize and hope that everyone will understand the decision that was made. As we were looking forward to seeing you all, we would like to reassure all our fans that everyone is feeling fine and is in good spirits at this time. Thank you for your understanding and stay safe out there. We'll be back soon." And this may be happening more often than not now because of what is happening. No, the thing with this, the virus, a lot of people are saying, boy, every minute there's a variant. And, you know, there's mixed messaging. You know, the vaccines work now, and then some may be vaccine resistant. What has really changed is the virus, not the vaccine. Or not what is, not the cases, or not the cases, but not the protocols. What really has changed is how the virus operates and mutated, and how spreadable, or what you call how infectious it is. These are things now that we now have to adjust to. I'm fully vaccinated. I'm no longer safe. I am not safe at all. But at least there's a slight level of protection where I may not end up getting extremely sick. But people need to take this thing extremely serious, and we'll get to that when we talk.
Yeah, right. When we get to that
delve into
section.
that. Right, we get into that.
But also on a sad note, veteran entertainer Angela Stewart has died. News of her passing was shared on her official Facebook page. According to reports, she died today, August 18, and the cause of her death was not revealed. Angela Stewart, of course, is the first lady of a musical family that includes singer Tinga Stewart, Roman Stewart, and the late musician Owen Fox Stewart. Angela's first international hit was in 1982 with When Love Comes Knocking at Your Door, recorded at Dynamic Studios, and she went on to enjoy chart-topping success with her 1984 number one hit, Moonlight Lover.
Moonlight Lover. You know them tune there? That was the song, Moonlight Lover. That's Mr. Stewart right there. Big tune.
I had to do some research. Like,
no, don't get me
really
wrong. It's
had
before
to.
me and for your time, you know, but I remember it being played a lot. It's a big tune. And lots of things happening. I want to, Freddie McGregor, big up Freddie McGregor. He's been Freddie McGregor has more keys to towns across the United States than Biden. How does he do that? I mean, I think he just got the keys to, I think it's Connecticut. And he had the keys to New York recently. So we want to big up Freddie McGregor and all the work that he's been doing, 50 years plus in this business. I had the honor of hanging out and seeing Freddie perform in Houston, Texas, just last week. And let me tell you.
How was that?
So I had to give you this story.
Tell me.
Freddie is sitting backstage, right? And Freddie's getting himself mentally ready to perform. I'm going to say, Freddie, where I say Freddie? And Freddie look up. You know, Rasta, you know, them take a little draw, them thing, and Freddie build up him vibe. You understand? You know that Freddie look up in my face and then look down back upon him spliff and him go, no man, something wrong with that thing. Who me I say right here, so? So he was so surprised to see us. But I must tell you, I think it was what they call it, Jamaica or Emancipendence. They were doing a celebration of the Jamaican culture in Houston. So it had the likes of Etana, Anthony B., the likes of Mr. Perfect, and others, and other Jamaican Texan performers who were there. It was a lovely vibe. So we want to big up all our friends over there in Houston. We had a good time there. It was busy. After that concert, there was also Robert Minor's album launch in I think it's called Westheimer Road in Texas, where there was a big launch of his album also. So it was a busy entertainment circuit. Was extremely busy. Big up our friends from also the Jamaica Lounge in Westheimer in Texas. That's a Jamaican-owned club, and it really has everything authentically Jamaican. When I got there, I didn't feel like I left here at all. But you know, it's nice to leave at one place 3 o'clock in the morning and go to your bed.
Look here, you're on vacation. I'm happy that you had a good time. And, you know, you got some entertainment in and, you know, we're able to party until the wee hours. I mean, that is not something you can do now with the curfew.
The same day are coming down, the curfew.
Unless you're partying indoors.
And right now, I don't even think that is recommended down here. You understand? That's not recommended. People, we're asking you to really take this thing serious. I think the more we reiterate the point about how serious it is, I think some people just take it for a joke. It cannot be overemphasized.
Or not only that too, but maybe, you know, sometimes because it is not on your doorstep and even though it is happening and you're hearing it in the news, for some people it will take a situation where it is in their faces, you know, before they can really come to terms with what is really going on.
Yeah, until it reaches you. That is the only time it will really resonate and say, my God, what they were saying was really true. No, that can't happen. But
now, also in the hot topics, Haitian-born entertainer Wyclef Jean is commending donors who have been supporting Haiti and Haitians in their fight to rebuild. The musician and one-time candidate to be president of Haiti took to his social media, his Instagram account, and delivered a passionate plea for persons to help his homeland. Wyclef later took to his Instagram to thank donors who he said were willing to help even when the cameras were off. And he said that he's looking forward to partnering with these donors for the next 25 years. And of course, you know, following the assassination of the Haitian president, the Caribbean island was hit by a magnitude 7.2 earthquake on Saturday and was also battered by Tropical Storm Grace on Monday. Tough situation.
That is what you call one pickled country. Not salt, pickled. Because in terms of the succession of events, it's rough. It's rough on the Haitian people. We pray for our Caribbean neighbors, Haiti especially, because they're going through such a rough time.
Exactly. And it's almost as if they have not gotten an opportunity to truly catch their breath, you know, like you're in the process of rebuilding and heavy rainfall and, you know, flooding and earthquake and that sort of thing. It's tough.
I think the earthquake that happened in 2010 that hit Port-au-Prince and of course more heavily populated area. So thousands, hundreds of thousands of people died. And then they have not recovered from that.
No, they were still rebuilding from that 2010 quake, and to experience another one and shortly after you know to be hit by a hurricane, it's like wow.
It is rough. So prayers up, and we want people to support our neighbors, their Caribbean neighbors, because if that happened here, we would have want the support also.
Look here, and we have to come to terms with how blessed we are as a people, as a country, as a nation. I mean,
you know how Jamaica...
I know people now in some areas in Jamaica now, they are without electricity.
Yeah.
And some areas were flooded as a result of Hurricane Grace. But still, in comparison to Haiti and you know, other places that has been hit.
Exactly. And I'll tell you something. When I look at Jamaica and what happens here, we are always dodging the bullet. We dodge it a lot. And people don't seem to understand. And I think it is either some higher being or somebody just say, look, don't hit Jamaica, because if they hit them...
we are protected.
Yeah, you know, we can manage certain things, as I say. So we are lucky. We need to give thanks and pray for our neighbors who are less fortunate than us. So we send prayers out to our friends in Haiti, our brothers and sisters in Haiti. Haiti has really gone through a rough deal, just like our brothers and sisters in Afghanistan. As far as they are, they're going through a rough time too. So we give thanks. We're here. We had some damage. We saw the social media posts with all the rain and the flooding and so on. Have you heard of any deaths? I haven't heard any.
No, I haven't.
Couple people carry washway, couple building broke down, but most of us are alive, so we give thanks. And
We have to be grateful.
that's right.
All right, so do you want to take a break before the discussion, or we can just flow right into it?
I'm gonna see if we can just take a break. So we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back.
Tile Arcade, Seaview Drive, Lucy. We stock toilets, granite countertops, porcelain, thin set, grout, doors, faucets, shower enclosures, glass, blocks, and so much more. Call us 810-9069, WhatsApp 807-8840. The time by Tile Arcade is...
It is 8:52. Okay, I think that's the break right there.
All right, so we are back, and it's now time for our discussion. Of course, we're looking at, COVID-19, the impact, the effects, and we're also looking at prevention and protection as well.
Yeah.
When we look at COVID as it relates to entertainment, we have heard of entertainers or members within the entertainment fraternity who have lost their lives as a result of COVID-19. We're talking about Toots Hibbert, we're talking about Barry O'Hare.
Yeah.
And as it relates to vaccination, we know for sure that Ding Dong has been vaccinated. Cecile made a post today basically outlining that she too has, been vaccinated. And Scatterbarrel, in a social media IG live, he talked about his experience with COVID-19 and how he had to restore himself back to health and how he fought. You want to take a listen?
Sure. Let's hear it.
Alright, first and foremost, I'm not vaccinated. Because I know that the question is coming at me like for forever. So I'm saying, when I got this infection or whatever, when I got it, when me get it the first day when I feel affected, I never think it was COVID, none at all. I just check somewhere I come down with something. I actually get up in the morning, I never feel so well. I'm gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna me and Joe have breakfast and me and him are reason and thing. And by the time I'm done, drink something and stuff, I say, no man, this not real. I'm gonna come at the office and I say, I'm gonna go home. And go home and say I'm gonna sleep it off and get up about midday. When midday come, weak, cold set a wash me. You know what I say? Cold set a wash me. Giants them stiff up on them, say me, I say, you wanna me this not feel right. I said to myself, I wonder if I dirty COVID something let me catch. So I'm going to go and write it out for the rest of the day. Next morning, I get up and call my doctor. Doctor come at my house, come check me. Push a little something up on my nose, and my two nose, them wiggle it up. And I don't know him do a little tap something, but in space of like 30 seconds, the man say, yep, here it is. Sure sign. And this one is look like a real serious, heavy case because it take no time for sure. That the doctor said to me. Mr. Wilson. And so hit me of COVID start, I can't believe it. Girlfriend start giving me the side eye and where you gonna catch COVID? I'm not going nowhere apart from my business place and they are down, so I'm not going nowhere.
Wow. Maybe because of a person with the profile of Scatterbarrel, it may bring some more attention to this thing. But basically, what Scatter is describing is his experience. Now, obviously, when they did the test, the viral load in his nasal pharynx, that's when they pushed the swab in his nose, the viral load was so heavy that they could easily detect that he had the infection it was actually shedding in his body at the time. So that's why probably his symptoms were so heavy and they were so quick. Now, what has to happen is that maybe sometimes it's not a good thing for anybody to catch COVID, but sometimes when certain people with a certain profile catch it, maybe certain people will actually start taking it seriously. Because it is not a joke, it is not a hoax. I don't know how people can think it is after so many people have died and so many people have gotten sick. I don't know. I think Scatter is recovered now, or he's fully
Yeah,
or he's
no,
on,
he
on the road
has
to.
recovered. He went on further in the clip where he
Yeah.
spoke about he wanted to tell his story on Instagram. He also said that, he wasn't paid because, he's live. So you have all type of persons texting
Yes.
different things to find out, okay, what's your agenda? And he's saying that, look, again, like I said, I'm not vaccinated. I'm not saying that person should go and get vaccinated. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that. I'm just sharing my story to say to you that COVID-19 is real. He also went further to say that, I am a big, strong man and this thing basically knocked me down. And he's saying because of, how he eats and how he treats his body, like he was able to recover by using his natural remedies and so forth to nurse himself back to health with the help of course,
His girlfriend.
his girlfriend and her sister he mentioned.
I tell you this, I am a believer of that in terms of there is empirical data to show eating certain things will help you and it will build you up and it will help you to fight things off. Now, when you have a condition or a virus, you can call it a bacteria, but you have a virus that is mutating because it is prevalent in the society. You're going to have cases where it may become resistant because every time something changes, it actually either weakens or it gets stronger. What is happening with the Delta variant and other variants that may come is that it is either going to now find a way to work itself either around your immune system or around the vaccine. Now, we need to understand that if we don't take these things extremely seriously, if you do not believe in the vaccines, take other measures. As you always say, Kishima, build up
Keep
your immune system.
immune
Yes.
system in tip-top shape.
Get yourself strong so that your body has a chance, a fighting chance to knock this thing out, because it is a very serious thing. When I'm talking to people who you have someone, they call them what's the term? You have a very long-term condition, meaning you get the official symptoms of the shortness of breath and the body aches and so on. But then guess what happens? When you get over that, you have neurological problems. Some people even get paralyzed because of COVID. So we really have to take this thing serious.
And as you mentioned, that new information out of the United States are that come September next month, people with compromised immune systems who already got 2 doses of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines can now get a 3rd booster shot. So, that is the latest information coming out of that.
And I tell you something. Immunocompromised people, it will deal with people who are transplanters, people who have had organs transplanted, kidneys, liver, whatever. So, and those people are taking drugs that prevent the body from rejecting the organ, so it makes your immune system weaker. So, these people are also at a higher risk than anything else. So we have to do the right thing. We just have to try and make ourselves stronger against this virus. Be it vaccination, be it having your immune system strong, doing the right protocols, staying away from people, social distancing, sanitizing, do the right thing. But you know what?
Do you foresee that there will be any form of normalcy in terms of, what we're used to?
No, not immediately, because of how the game and the field is changing. It's changing constantly. It sounds like a bag of confusion generally. Mixed messaging, because one minute you're told this, another minute you're told that. But you know what? They're working with the data, and the virus constantly changes. It mutates, it changes. So it's just like,
And even like we mentioned at the start of the show where, entertainers are excited and getting ready for touring and that kind of thing. And you're seeing where some persons have to pull the plug on their tours, perhaps because of their personal belief or just what you're experiencing when you go out there, because, you know, it is what it is in that kind of space.
Here's a big problem. We have to take a commercial break in this space. So be right back.
Hey yo! It's Bounty Killer in the building, checking out
the #1 station.
Kaboom!
It's a minute after 9. If I tell you, the time signal is different. Yo, Rodney, behave yourself, you.
Killer gave us the time signal.
Yeah, man.
But at 9 o'clock, of course, you know, we are getting ready for our music artist feature. So week after week, we create a platform right here on the EBUZZ where we have a conversation with upcoming talent. And, you know, like we've always said, it is a space where a lot of established entertainers have gotten their start right here on the EBUZZ, and he finds the page. So our music artist this week, we're talking to JaFrass. I think I see him on the Zoom link.
I don't see him yet, unless he's very
I'm
dark.
seeing like a background, a light.
JaFrass, turn on the light in your place,
light.
man. Yeah, man. Turn
It's
on some
inside.
light. It's a little light, man. We know you pay a light bill, man. Turn on the light, youth. You're not seeing him, but we're seeing a little light there. JaFrass, can you hear us?
All right, I see where he's
I see
talking,
him now.
but we're
I
not.
see you, JaFrass. So, yes, man. All right, we're going to see if we can make that connection happen.
And sort that out. But also tonight on the EBUZZ, we have soca, Queen of Soca, Allison Hinds, to come.
I tell you, that girl had me party enough time in my lifetime. You know, I got to talk to her. Allison Hinds. So we're going to be talking to her. She's going to be our main artist tonight. But our music artist, we're trying to get the connection right because we want to be talking to JaFrass. Yeah, man. Come on. I try to be a multitasker tonight. All right. So we're going to see I want to see one more time. Should we even try to talk to him, Kemar? No, not yet. JaFrass, can you hear us?
All right. So while we wait for JaFrass.
Yeah. JaFrass,
I think we should go to Fashion Forward with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop.
Brilliant idea. I think so too.
Catch him on side.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
what's hot and what's not,
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion.
Oh my, Shamar, you're smelling really good. What you wearing?
It's Chanel Blue. Shopping for your next fragrance can be a tricky business. After all, with so many to choose from, how do you decide? This week, we'll have you smelling like $1,000,000.
Yeah, man, as a man, you have to always smell good, you know?
And as a woman, too. So we spoke to perfumer Bobby, who told us the fragrances that are currently most requested.
The Dior Sauvage for the male, and the Creed ladies one, Bulgari, and then Dolce Gabbana.
Well, I mostly wear Versace, I wear Creed, I wear Intense. Yeah, those are mainly my cologne. And I like Jimmy Choo too.
And what are some of the responses you get when you're rocking your scents?
Oh, well, when I'm rocking my scents, the ladies, them just lust for me, you know? Them say I have an enchanting smell. That's what attracts most of the ladies. Anyway, me pass, woman just a faint when them gonna stop. Hee-hoo, hee-hoo.
Anyways, Lollipop, the 4 main types of scents are warm, woody, oriental, and fresh, with each effect brought out by different combinations of fragrances. So we asked Bobby how he helps his clients find a fragrance that best suits them and their personality.
Usually when they know exactly what they like, you know, if they like cinnamon, ginger, or anything, they like fresh smell or anything, like when they go online and check it out, they would get an idea like what fragrance is their type, whether it's a fresh, strong, or so once they know that, then they come and ask for it, you know.
Bobby says customers often try the fragrance and wait a bit prior to deciding if this is best for them.
Yeah, because then what happens when they try the fragrance? So they give it some time, like 5 minutes, and then sometimes it smells stronger, milder, like one is, you know, the first note, second note, the third note. So as they wait, the fragrance keep on changing, you know.
But I will have time to sit down so long and wait for a fragrance. So No, I don't have the time then. I just have a certain cologne I like and I just get. If them not have it, I just wait.
Bobby also gave us some less expensive scents if you can't afford the iron brands.
We have David of Cool Water, Calvin Klein, Antonio Banderas.
Yes, if you can't afford them big name cologne, that you just stick to where your pocket can afford. Like you have one cologne named Ophelia, you know, that about $5 for. You have the couscous, you know, you can get that for about $4.50. You have some youth in the street, them sell some knockoff cologne, you can hold one of them for $15. You have all the next one named Smell Me Now, and they have for about $7.50. So just stick to your budget. And ladies, me are telling you from now, if you don't have a jealous boyfriend, please stop hugging me up. Cause there was a little incident the other day, a girl hugged me up and my scent just leaves on her and it caused problem in our relationship. And I just my friend, but because my cologne them kicking.
That's it for Fashion Forward this week. I'm Shamara.
And I'm DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
Thank you there, Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop. What is wrong with Lollipop?
You know, say, me go see me can imitate
What is
it.
wrong with him?
Lollipop,
It's like him
this is
sell
Lollipop.
perfume too.
You know that the girls them love me, you know, and they look at my swag and my
Why whispering?
You know.
Why whispering?
Because you ever hear Lollipop shout yet? Never. You said Lollipop, your car catch a fire. Really? Yo, the tire them blow up. All right. Never look.
Oh my goodness.
Big up yourself, Lollipop. Lollipop, you get a big up on the TV. What is DJ
So
Lollipop, big up
Facebook
yourself.
Live.
Big up yourself, Lollipop. You're not easy, you're not youth.
All right, so we're waiting for our music artist. JaFrass is our music artist. He's from Montego Bay. You know, that is your place, Bones.
He is. And we're just want to get all the info we can. We know he's been doing music for about 5 years. And
he's been doing a lot of work with Not Nice as well.
And collaborated
just
with
to talk
Popcorn.
about even that connection, how did that connection happen? Especially when, young and upcoming entertainers can get that link with, like a producer, like a Not Nice, who can help to, propel them to the next level.
I wonder if Not Nice have something to do with why this link not going through. Because it's right now what's happening is just not nice at all. Well,
we really hope he's not in one of those areas where, there is no electricity or there is an issue with the Wi-Fi connection. If that's the case, then we can just go very well with a telephone connection.
Right. Let us try and call them directly. All right, so we're gonna while they work on that because we want to find out what's going on with JaFrass, and we understand that the Ja part of his name is his cultural side, and the Frass is his hardcore side. From what we understand, I want to get that from him straight though, because but we want to see what's happening. But we're gonna
and that's really like a clever way to put it,
It is. I mean, and that's actually what is there. It says that he has two sides to him. He has his cultural side or his, his cultural side. And then he has another side that he's a little raunchy, a little bad. And
all right, I think I'm seeing him now. JaFrass, can you hear us? If you can't hear us, we're just going to have to very well make this a telephone connection. I am seeing you. JaFrass.
I know, I'm hearing him also. JaFrass, can you hear us?
Yeah, good night. Finally.
All right, I'm hearing you.